Then from there, we kind of move to the interpersonal formulation. Again, this is, in many respects, what we just covered could be done like in 5 minutes, or less. But then really the significant part of IPT is really this idea about the interpersonal formulation. So in my mind, again, it's a sine qua non of IPT. It's really, if you don't have this, you don't have the treatment. It really links the onset of the eating disorder, depression, or trauma, because I think IPT is a great treatment for trauma too. I just think it's so cool because in my mind, and I'm sure you've seen this as well, and again, but interpersonal trauma, sexual abuse, physical abuse, it significantly disrupts our relational status in the world. It has a significant impact in the way in which we see ourselves in relationships with other people. Completely screws with our trust of others, it completely screws with our sense about ourselves and how we feel about who we are in relationship to others. And IPT, in many respects, is that idea that we need to find ways to reconnect with people who we can feel safe with, who we can feel comfortable with, who we feel like can accept who we are given our current circumstances. Because if we isolate ourselves and withdraw, we're dead. We aren't human anymore. So in many respects, it's that, and again, that's what happens in combat trauma. You go and kill people, you've disrupted your interpersonal relationships. How can you go home and, sleep with your wife or be around your children when you've just basically dismantled somebody else's life? It's that idea that, that you've been inexorably changed in some really twisted way, and now it currently disrupts who you are in relationships to others. And so thinking about it from an interpersonal perspective, it's really like, that's what people avoid because of trauma. We avoid that, but in many respects, that's the one thing we have to be really pushing ourselves to re-engage in, is to re-engage in, healthy, to reestablish a healthy relational status with the world. And I think that's why it really is a unique and interesting treatment for trauma as well as for depression, as well as for eating disorders. So again, links the onset of the problem to one of the 4 problem areas and requires pretty rapid discernment of patterns in interpersonal relationships, connection of events with the onset and maintenance of the disorder, and formulation of goals. So that's really what it is.
That's a good question. So something that